wealth, fame, security, admiration, if not adulation.
Steady employment and guaranteed health care, followed up with tenure and a solid pension.
These aren't exactly the words that pop up when someone asks what major you've chosen and your answer is music performance.
Smiles for sure, but are the smiles in genuine delight or cover for consternation?
I'm Jenny Kim.
And I'm Daniel Kelly.
And we thought we'd offer some suggestions on how to persuade your parents or those covering the college bill that a music major is not just a wise choice, but one that offers multiple pathways to success.
I chose to be a music major because it is the universal language of communication without talking.
And I decided to be a music major because I like geography.
So what are the chances of making it as a musician once you've earned a degree or two?
And the answer to this depends on if you judge your career solely in relation to your exact major. A degree in music can easily lead to unanticipated achievements and careers.
Which is not where any of us begin our college journey. Most of us start with wanting to win a job.
So how hard is it to accomplish this? Let's look at some numbers.
According to some sources, the average odds of winning an orchestral job are about 1 in 250.
But this only takes into account the players who show up at an audition, not the number of people who play that instrument or who happen to take a gig the day of the audition.
However, these are fantastic odds compared to being struck by lightning.
1 chance in 15,300.
Or making it in the NBA.
0.03%, though making it into the NFL is far easier at 0.016%.
Many people compare being a musician to the life of an actor.
But while the chances of making enough to live on as an actor run at about 2%, there's definitely a fine line between earning enough to eat versus the name recognition, riches, and stability that distinguish the top tier of actors.
So, what might be easier than winning a job in an orchestra?
Creating a new cheese whiz?
Traveling to one of Neptune's moons.
Running a 4-minute mile. At my age.
Inventing a new shape.
Like a rectangle obtuse trapezoidogram?
Winning the lottery.
Winning an audition is winning the lottery.
No wonder people form doubts. Many standard music courses don't inspire joy, let alone an obvious pathway to a job.
Like mandatory recital attendance.
The ethics and aesthetics of sampling.
Concert choir, or string methods for winds and brass players.
Piano skills.
Most music majors are required to learn basic piano, so let's see how these skills can apply to much more than just piano.
To play arpeggios on the piano, you must have properly curved fingers.
Which brings to mind curly fries, with ketchup and some tasty seasons.
Vivaldi composed the Four Seasons in the early 1700s, one of the earliest examples of program music.
Programming is a very lucrative field.
Some of the main programming languages being Python, HTML, Go, and Java.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to survive without my favorite Java, medium roast.
Though a legitimate medium would actually have ESP.
Which is the country code for Spain.
And a Spaniard named Alejandro Finisterre invented foosball.
So to wrap up why piano skills are important, the foosball table market was valued at approximately $155 million in 2022, with growth estimated to continue through at least 2028. Try earning that kind of money without taking a required musical course.
I chose a music major because I wanted to sound like the French horns on a John Williams soundtrack.
And the reason I decided to become a music major, I was in 8th grade, and with my family, we were sitting down watching the movie Independence Day. The sounds that came out of the television from the French horn was so inspiring for me that all I ever wanted to do from that day forward was to play my French horn because it's the coolest instrument ever.
So, did any successful composers attend college?
Leonard Bernstein, Gustav Mahler, Philip Glass, John Williams, Benjamin Britten, Igor Stravinsky. Though Stravinsky actually studied law.
Anyone on your list that's not a white male?
Scott Joplin, Joan Tower, Wynton Marsalis. Lady Gaga even did a year at NYU before moving on to, well, being Gaga.
What about people who started a music degree and then moved on to something even more fabulous?
Trey Parker of South Park and Book of Mormon did a semester at Berklee College of Music. And Condoleezza Rice, once the U.S. Secretary of State, initially majored in piano performance.
Okay, so all of them began just where we did, immersing themselves in the world of music, learning while rushing eagerly towards the amazing possibilities of the future.
You didn't double major in hyperbole, did you?
Ha! Though a double major certainly helps the bottom line. Following your dreams is admirable, but a good side hustle can only add positives to your life.
That's true. No 17-year-old wakes up thinking, I want to be fifth chair horn when I grow up, and that's it.
Well, that could happen.
What are some of the ways someone with a music degree can become a millionaire?
Be the voice of Alexa.
You have arrived at your destination.
Start life as a billionaire and play section violin for 30 years.
Invent a new note? Seriously, there are only 12 in rotation. It can't be that hard. And I chose a music major because I wanted to play clarinet and be like Squidward.
Go back in time and compose the Star Wars theme before J does.
A most excellent idea, Julia. What about being your entire section? And then your Frenchophone accordion becomes the hottest musical item ever.
That sounds like one of those didgeridoos.
Be Harry Styles.
Be Harry Styles' horn player. Why not? It's better than studying for aural skills.
You know, everyone makes fun of aural skills, but it can be pretty awesome. All right, hit me. That's Like a G6?
Like a G6 was an electro house hit by Far East Movement featuring Dev and the Cataracts, with dope lyrics like Getting Slizzard and Sippin' Scissor.
Ew, hearing you say that is definitely not fly like a G6.
Flying used to be a lot more fun.
When was that exactly?
Back when Jenny was at Eastman?
Is that the secret then, being a music major?
It can't hurt, and the ability to keep secrets is totally a positive trait.
Like being musical.
The Lion King is a musical and it's earned more than $6 billion.
Mamma Mia!
And Mamma Mia isn't far behind at a gross of $4 billion. Can you imagine what the composers and lyricists must make?
Can you learn composing while doing a performance major?
Absolutely. At many schools, this is actually expected, which is why you start with essential skills for a composer.
Like Aural Skills.
So how can you persuade your parents that a music major is the key to future successes?
Persuade them or bamboozle them?
Coax them.
Hoodwink them.
But whether you're duping them or not, music is what you love, and it's what you want to do with your life. So, cajole away, no regret.
Exactly! If you wake up most mornings eager to practice, eager to learn, if you want to surround yourself with not just music but other musicians, a music major is right for you. When you come home from a concert inspired to get better, or light up while talking about composers or bands, or even tricks and devices that make playing easier, you can share this passion with your parents. Talk to them openly about all the aspects of music that apply to almost everything in life. Learning a musical language, working with other people, thinking outside the box. Multiple bosses on multiple levels, constantly adjusting to others to create the best product, all part of working alongside other musicians, each, like you, striving to achieve the highest skill level possible. All of these disciplines, once learned, can transfer to any choice of career, musical or otherwise.
And you never know. It's possible that you too could be the topic of a music history course one day.
Music history. You know, a lot of students feel that this course is useless, but let's take a look and see what can be learned with two terms I learned in school, motet and mordant.
Mordant rhymes with discordant.
And motet is one letter away from motel, like Motel 6.
Which definitely brings to mind Tchaikovsky's 6.
Discordant is also what listeners considered Stravinsky's Rite of Spring at its 1913 premiere.
And 1913 is the year that Harry Houdini began performing his upside-down straitjacket escapes.
In a bold move for the 1800s, Tchaikovsky wrote the second movement of his Sixth Symphony in 5/4.
Escape routes became popular a century after 1913, along with iPhones.
Also 5/4 is Drew Barrymore, who's not only gorgeous, but the star of The Wedding Singer.
Being a wedding singer is a musical occupation.
And iPhones were invented by Steve Jobs and his team at Apple.
Steve Jobs also played the guitar. And can you imagine how much less social media there'd be if he chose to be a music major?
Everyone would be happier.
And speaking of happy, the movie The Wedding Singer earned $123 million. Top that with a degree in dentistry or Victorian literature.
All right, I think it's clear that music history encompasses far more than most people might suspect.
And we've heard 5 musicians state why they chose a music major. Though, what about you, Jenny?
I've always felt drawn towards beautiful things, and music makes the world go round. I love John Mackey like Lizbeth.
So what I'm getting out of this is, you just made that whole answer up.
I actually think we should ask everyone once more why they chose a music major, but after they take some of this.
You seem like you don't trust what they said. Did you choose a performance major because playing French horn was the only thing you thought you were good at?
I wanted to be good at other things, but I was only good at horn.
My mom helped me to discover as a left-handed young girl, the French horn was the only instrument I would ever be any good at.
Playing violin is pretty much all I knew how to do.
Because I just love the horn.
Because I adore playing the horn. It never gets old, and I love everything about it.
You didn't take the serum, did ya?
I got into music because I really wanted to be different from my dad and the rest of my family and show them what I'm really capable of.
Well, whatever the true reasons are, all of us ended up choosing music because it is what we love. Why not go for it? Even if you decide after a year or two that a double major or even a different major is right for you, you'll have followed your passion and given it the best shot you could. And like I said, the skills you'll learn will be invaluable. Your parents will respect not just your commitment, but also your flexibility regarding what you might want to do with your life. You never know where a music major might lead, and you'll never regret giving yourself that chance to find out. You actually took it this time? So, tell us about your college love life.
My freshman year, Hey! That's not the right question.
Fine, then what do you most regret musically?
Quitting piano in 11th grade and then not practicing for a decade.
Alright, now spill the tea and make everyone's eyes pop.